did Becky Lynch bury Nia Jax, defeating her clean in the last women's standing match? Mercedes Moné is all elite, becoming the highest paid female wrestler ever. Damage Control destroys Bayley, but more importantly, is Asuka okay? Thunder Rosa revealed as Deonna Purrazzo's mystery tag partner, and Arianna Grace is gonna turn Gigi Dolin into a lady. Welcome everyone to Ring the Bell. This is DS and this is your Women's Wrestling Weekly. I literally just got back from New York. Your boy is hustling out here. I got this really interesting interview with Dawn Marie and Terry Runnels. I think it'll be juicy on its own, so hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet. Get up to date with all of our juicy content coming up and our road to WrestleMania coverage. And let's jump right into SmackDown. So WWE SmackDown probably heard all of us women's wrestling fans losing our minds, so they decided to treat Bayley and Io storyline more seriously. So we got this Bayley versus Dakota Kai for the main event one-on-one match. So I think Bayley's initial plan is to go through Damage Control members one by one, kind of like Bianca did it for years. And before this match, Damage Control, I mean really just Dakota Kai, really cuts this great promo warning Bayley and any other chicks out there that they run the show. So don't even try it with them. The match was really fun. This was Dakota's first singles match since the return, and she's just great. I really like how she moves her body so fluid, and I love how she almost like flew when Bayley hit that rope hanging neck breaker, and that kick from Dakota catching Bayley by surprise was so cool. Then there's that top rope elbow for two and huge powerbomb planting Kai, and that's when Io was like, okay, cut this. And Io comes into the ring and threatened to hit Bayley with the title, with all the Damage Control eventually surrounding Bayley, and with the brawl starting, the match ends in DQ. And Naomi runs out to help Bayley, but quickly, very quickly gets taken care of. And as fans chant EST for Bianca Belair, Sky hits over the moonsault on Bayley that was like held up in the air by the rest of the Damage Control. It looked so devastating. She crashed right into Bayley's face, looking so fatal. Holy shit. Okay, there's a lot to talk about here. First of all, Naomi, she came in and got like boop out, taken care of so easily. But more big picture wise, what is going on here? How is Naomi and potentially Bianca Belair gonna get involved with the storyline heading into WrestleMania? More important question, is Asuka okay? She started visibly limping in the ring, and I guess she missed house shows too. So fingers crossed that everything's okay with Asuka. Those champion belts must be really freaking cursed. And why does this feud feel like Bayley versus Dakota feud than anything? We still have few weeks till Mania, so we'll all see how this puzzles come together. But for now, I'm kind of Confucius with this.
I'm Confucius.
I remember back in the days when spring arrived, WWE used to do the spring cleaning, aka mass releases. I always got so nervous, but I'm glad those days are over. And now for me, spring is time for spring cleaning in the sense that I'll be grooming my carpets and drapes down there. Oh, you know what I'm talking about, below the waist grooming. Yes, clear out that winter bush and watch your confidence bloom like springtime flowers. That's weirdly very sexual. Introducing the season's champion, the Performance Package 5.0 Ultra, featuring their all-new the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra Electric Trimmer. I've been using this for months now. I've been loving them. This guy, Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra Electric Trimmer, has taken grooming precision to the whole next level with its dual skin-safe blade heads, upgraded trimmer blade, and interchangeable foil blade for the enhanced performance. And changing the head is really quick and easy. It gives me more control of the length or styles. And this one comes with even bigger LED light, perfect for navigating those tricky spots down there. You really need to get in there. It also got the dual temperature light, so it works for a variety of skin tones, and of course your favorite Manscaped features of USB-C rechargeable battery and waterproof features, because I love shaving in the shower. And I cannot live without this. The Performance Package also includes Weed Whacker 2.0. I take this everywhere I travel, and it also includes Crop Soother Ball Aftershave Lotion, as well as Crop Preserver, with free gifts of Manscaped boxers and travel bags. So embrace this spring season and join over 10 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped for all things grooming and hygiene. Head over to manscaped.com and get your hands on the Performance Package 5.0 Ultra today, and use my code BELLE, BELLE, to get 20% off and free international shipping and 2 free gifts at checkout. Trust me when I say this, your balls will thank you. On WWE Raw, we saw Candice LeRae's wickedness continue after berating Maxine Dupree, bringing up her late brother last week. This week, she continues to be a total menace. So we had Katana and Kaden versus Candice LeRae in Indy Hartwell match, and when Katana tweaks her knee during her back and forth with Indy, referee and Kaden are all checking on her, then Candice tags herself in and baseball drop kicks Kaden, who was checking on Katana, and puts Katana's injured leg into a single leg Boston Crab until the poor girl taps out in pain. And Indy's just horrified with the whole situation, and that was so wicked. I loved it. By the way, I read this one tweet saying, "This lady's husband is a serial kidnapper. Why why is she acting brand new? And I'm like, that is so true. Why are you acting all surprised? Anyway, I've been yapping for months about how much I wanted to see Candice LeRae back in spotlight. She's done absolutely nothing on main roster so far, and she's just too talented for that. So I'm so excited what this means for Candice LeRae, and I love that we're getting this B storyline. Usually Mania time, we don't see a lot of this, so I'm very, very satisfied. I'm so intrigued what tag match we might be getting in WrestleMania, if we're getting any. Okay, so let's talk about this main event. Becky Lynch versus Nia Jax for the last women's standing match. Both Raw and SmackDown, and I guess Dynamite too. Main eventing with women, that's amazing. And if you guys seen my live reaction to this match, I threw a whole tantrum, so you know what's coming. But let me start off with positives. I think this was a really fun, entertaining match. I mean, we had some really fun moments of both Nia and Becky really struggling with a damn table with the crowd chanting, "Fix the table" chant, but also both of them such professional. I love that they just moved on to hit other cool spots and they got to work during the commercial break, but it was very smart. And they used a lot of different weapons, so it was really entertaining, from the fire extinguishers to kendo sticks, chairs, in this pretty short time, especially for last women's standing match. And they had all the commercial breaks, so kudos for time management. And the finish was absolutely wild. Nia hitting Samoan drop into the table and Annihilator, Becky then standing up, then hitting manhandle slam to the outside onto the table, then Nia surviving that, getting everyone, then Becky hitting that wild leg drop from the Everest top from the ladder onto Nia, who's just stumbled upon the announcer table. It was just falsy after falsy after falsy, and you know I love some falsies, you know that's like my thing. My ass was on the edge of the seat, and I like that Becky Lynch was finally able to beat her biggest nemesis, the monster Nia Jax, only in a no DQ setting by pushing herself to the max, literally on top of the ladder. So why was I so pissed off? I was so pissed about the way that Nia was treated here. So as you all remember, Rhea Ripley at Elimination Chamber kicked out of both the freaking elevated Samoan drop and Annihilator, the finisher, mind you, that took out half your Raw women's locker room for months. They did the same thing again with Becky Lynch. Becky was able to walk after the table Samoan drop and Annihilator, and then she proceeds to put Nia Jax, the monster Nia Jax, for 10 counts, although that leg drop into the announcer table, yes, probably explains that pretty well. It's just like, for half a year, we built up Nia Jax. This biggest monster of Raw crumbled just like that, only to feed into this Rhea and Becky Lynch program at WrestleMania. And the funniest and the most ironic thing about the situation is that it's Nia and Liv that's carrying this freaking storyline for Rhea and Becky. Because Rhea and Becky really has no storyline of substance. It's all just, I'm the man, I'm the mommy, I'm the best, I'm the greatest women's champion of all time, I'm the most dominant, blah, blah, blah. Really, it's so shallow, but it's Liv and Rhea that has depth. It's Nia and Becky that has the history and depth. And it is Nia who's the only feud that is memorable from Rhea's entire reign. It's honestly heartbreaking and just so frustrating seeing both Liv and Nia, who have real business being in WrestleMania feud, just being used as appetizer for this WrestleMania. It's really infuriating. And don't get me wrong, I know the man versus the mommy is the big marquee match at WrestleMania. I get that. They are the two biggest stars in pro wrestling right now. I was actually really excited about this matchup. It's a dream match for a lot. It's an exciting matchup. I get that. Then actually put effort into building this feud, not just use Nia and Liv as fodder to make Rhea and Becky work, because it's not working. Still, Becky and Rhea, two of them has nothing going on. But that's just my humble opinion. What do you guys think about Becky versus Rhea feud so far? Let me know in the comment below, because I'm so hot about it, so that's what I'm really curious what you guys think about it. Maybe I'll agree with you, so I feel better about this whole situation. I don't know. But for now, I'm just gonna say, girl, for the storyline direction, but the match was fire. I did really like the match.
Girl,
On WWE NXT, we see Roxanne Perez cut a promo explaining her heel turn, attacking NXT Women's Champion Lyra Valkyria, and she talked about how this didn't happen overnight, but it was built up rage and frustration over past year, all the way from her having to drop the title. And she also talked about how she was carrying division with the cage match, Weapons Wild match, and how she's the most decorated NXT woman ever, only in 22 years old, being a breakout tournament winner, Iron Survivor winner, NXT Women's Champion, and Women's Tag Team Champion. And I'm like, maybe you are the most decorated woman in NXT. Honestly, Roxanne's promo here, I totally bought it. I was listening to her and I was like, damn, I would have been pissed too. And now that she took out the champion last week, she said it's time to vacate the title so she could be the champion again. Then the NXT homeroom teacher Ava comes out saying not so fast. And even before she tries to update on Lyra's conditions, Tatum, Lyra's #1 fan, pops out of the crowd to attack Roxanne, but like really quickly taken care of with Roxanne with just one kick. And then her theme song started playing, ending the segment really abruptly. That really wrapped up out of nowhere. I thought the Authority was talking, but you know what? I buy this heel turn. Roxanne made sense in everything she said, which makes her even more compelling villain. And I love how Lyra has such great side character and a villain now. It's probably time for her to step up her character game. Then we had Gigi Dolin versus the pacifist, the anti-violence Arianna Grace. She's here to fight for the greater goods, which is to make Gigi into a lady. And at the end of the match, Arianna tries to put her tiara on Gigi, but the referee tries to take it away. And while the referee was distracted, Arianna hits Gigi right in her groin. And pissed off Gigi then low blows Arianna right back, but referee calls it DQ, giving the victory to Arianna, which means makeover time. Oh, we're gonna have so much fun with this My Fair Lady makeover session for Gigi. I am living for this. Gigi desperately needed a shakeup. Her TMI gimmick after Toxic Attraction, while I personally respected her so much for sharing so much personal life on national TV, it didn't necessarily connect with the audience. And Arianna is such a strong character. I think it's gonna be great. I'm very stratified. And I also texted Paloma this because I was like, I had to know. Then we got Kiana James and Easy Dame versus Thea Hale and her partner. So last week she asked JC to be her partner, but JC said she's busy. So Thea asked Kalani Jordan to be her partner. But right before the match, we see Kalani attacked backstage. So Thea comes out all alone, turning this into a handicap match until Fallon Henley comes out for the save, being her tag partner. And mid-match, JC Jane and Jasmine Nix come out to watch the match just to chill around, which Thea was like so pissed about. Like, why were you here? I thought you were busy. Anyway, when the action spills outside, JC, I think, trying to help here, pulling Fallon out of the harm's way of Izzy's super kick, but instead Thea gets hit with it. Back in the ring, Kiana hits bankrupt on Thea to pick up a win. Post-match, Thea, the loser, obviously really upset, cuts this enraged promo at JC saying that she thought JC was her best friend, sister, and she really wanted to be like her, but she now sees how toxic JC is. Get it? Toxic? And she announces old Thea Hale is back, running around like an angry chipmunk she used to be. You know I love this old Thea Hale. She was so over, she was so fun. So I'm so here for it. I love this whole storyline arc, the character development. I'm very satisfied. By the way, if you haven't watched my recent interview with Alexis Letty, the very recent WWE recruit, I know that she's kind of controversial, especially given that she doesn't have that love for pro wrestling. And as wrestling fans like us, I understand why you guys are kind of skeptical. But if you're curious like me about how the WWE recruitment process works, how Performance Center train people, oh, she goes into details about stuff that we always was like wondering about. And she's probably gonna be the only few people that can actually talk about it because she's definitely leaving the industry. So check that out. I thought it was a very insightful interview. Moving on to AEW, on Dynamite Big Business, we saw Mercedes Moné arrive, and I did my whole in-depth review / initial reaction of that the same night I was hustling that day. So watch that if you haven't yet. Some people said I didn't look very happy. No, I'm very happy for Mercedes, and I'm even more happy knowing how much of a chingle she's making. To be more serious, this is good for the women in the industry as a whole, because women deserve to be paid more in this industry, and I want to believe Mercedes and AEW when they said that they're going to bring that global revolution. I really want to believe that because I want this to be the catalyst for AEW's women's division to step it up, and they sure looked like that night. We got the main event, Willow Nightingale versus Riho, and it was an incredible match. They really played to their strengths, but they took it to the next level. So when Riho finally got to overpower Willow and Northern Light suplexed her, that was really cool, and the back and forth outside after Willow pounces her, God, this is awesome chant, and you know Willow's gonna f shit up when she takes her straps down, and she actually hasn't done that in a while. And Willow hits Dr. Bomb for the win in this incredible main event match, and they hug post-match, was really cute. And post-match, the TBS champion Julia Hart and Sky Blue attack Willow, with Mercedes coming out for a save. And yes, I wanted so bad for Mercedes to smack the out of Willow too, but no, she's a babyface here, and she closes the show with CEO chant going rampant. This was a great night for the women in AEW. I was very satisfied. Now, I really wish the Rampage and Collision would be as strong as Dynamite, but unfortunately, I don't have the greatest news for that. I guess Mercedes Magic won't hit like this, but hopefully it'll get gradually better. Rampage, we got Toni Storm and Mariah May team up to face the local competitors. I mean, AEW has so many women that signed under their roster. I don't know why they always try to go outside of that. Anyway, this was an entertaining match because seeing Mariah and Toni work together was really, really fun. They posed together, hit hip attack together, and at the end, Toni even let Mariah pick up a win after a Storm Zero that was really cute. And post-match, Deonna Purrazzo comes out to answer Toni's tag team challenge and introduce her mystery partner. I really thought it would be Britt Baker, knowing her friendship with DMD, but it was Thunder Rosa, which doesn't make as much sense as Britt Baker, I feel like. But I'm glad Rosa is back on TV. She really deserved a triumphant return. She never lost a title, if you remember. So I'm just gonna treat this like her actual return and kind of forget about what happened before. And this tag match is gonna be so good. I'm very satisfied. Then on Collision, we had TBS Championship match, champion Julia Hart versus Trish Adora. She also just lost to Mariah May and Rio consecutively in previous weeks, so why does she have a championship opportunity? There's no logic. And Julia Hart defeats Trish with a beautiful moonsault. And I love the little moment that Trish was like moving little by little, inches by inches, just to get that perfect moonsault hit. I'll say it was fine. I think it is a good build for the champion who was out for a little bit and before she has this eventual clash with Willow, so I think it was fine.
Good, not bad.
And I guess the follow-up to this Ruby Saraya storyline is that they're going to focus more on Zack Knight versus Angela Parker for now, and they set up a match or something, and it was canceled. The same, I don't know, not women's wrestling. So next, good thing is that this coming Wednesday's AEW seems like it's stacked with really big things like the Deonna and Thunder Rosa tag match, another Mercedes segment, and I guess Rampage will air on Wednesday too, and we'll get Seth and Willow versus Julia Hart and Sky in a street fight match, and you know AEW do not play with the street fight match, so that's going to be good. TNA also had kind of a meh night. We had this new Knockouts Tag Team Champion Spitfire, Danny, Luna, and Jody Threat compete against local competitors with MK Ultra and Decay watching. And it was a quick match under 2 minutes, but the finisher was very cool. It was like tag fusion move of their two finishers, F5 instead of Powerbomb. It was a squash match and it did what it had to do. It was fine.
Good, not bad.
I do like the addition of Danny and Jody into the tag division because it's fresh. They really needed new tag teams. I still do think they won the title way too early though, because I still have no idea about their characters, which is so bizarre for TNA. Usually they're so good with establishing very compelling characters right from the get-go, so we shall see how this all pans out. And Ash by Elegance also announced that she will be having her third match, probably against Nia Brookside for ruining her $8,000 or champagne or whatever. I'm very excited about that. Thank you so much for watching this weekly review. This was a really hard one for me because New York, big event. It was a heck of an event. I had like a whole mental breakdown there. I had tons of Ring the Bell fam there that was like really supporting me throughout the day. I was like very thankful because I really needed that day. I had very flop days, but the interviews were filmed. It's gonna be interesting, I'm just telling you. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet. Those interviews will be coming out slowly but surely. And if you want to follow me on social media, you can follow me on DShin for Instagram, Ring the Bell DS on Twitter. I'm still recovering from the weekend, but I'll see you next time. Bye.